guys, it's Mayana and welcome to my bookshelf tour. If you follow me on like any social media, I was saying that I did not want to do a bookshelf tour this year for like the longest time. I said I didn't want to do one until I moved out, which Lord knows when that will be, because I am a hoarder. Like, I own a bunch of books. I just have books everywhere, and I finally cleaned my room and got my books down to where you can like actually see my bookshelves, and I just got it to a good decent amount. So I am going to be doing a in-depth bookshelf tour. Now, even though this is in-depth, there are some books that like I just could not get to, that I just could not talk about, and unfortunately I am sorry about that. But maybe when I do move out, I'll finally be able to like show you and talk about those books. And even though this is an in-depth bookshelf tour, there are some books that like I don't pull out every single book and things like that, but like you can pause and read the spine if you want. And there are some books that I do talk about, even give you like a mini review for some of these books. So I do hope you enjoy this video. I have 8 bookshelves. I have 3 of these. I have 3 cubes, and then I have 2 main bookshelves. And then I also have this mini table that's sitting next to me that I hold books on as well. So I have around 800 books, I'm estimating. I really don't know how many books I have. I'm just throwing a number out there. I believe I have 800 books. I did start counting my books last night and I got to 150, and then I got tired and I was like, I'll just come up with a number. So I'm gonna say I have around 800 books because I have 8 bookshelves. Each book I have like 100 on there, so 800 books, maybe even closer to 900, maybe even 1,000, who knows. I mean, I'm assuming like 800 books though. But yeah, I hope that you like this video, and let's get on to the bookshelf tour. Get your snacks, get your drinks, because we're gonna be here for a good hour. First, we're gonna start over here. So like, I have a very small room, so like I keep all of my like lotions and like stuff. It really doesn't matter, but just in case people are like wondering. And I have these 2 Funko Pops. These went on my Throne of Glass shelf. They're supposed to be like Aileen and Dorian, but then I actually started watching Throne of Glass, and like these 2 are Jon Snow and Daenerys are my favorite characters. They are my favorite like characters, so I just keep them here because I don't know where else to put them. So this came from a book box. So these are my classics that like don't fit the aesthetic of my classic shelf. So I have like classic fairy tales, which I have read. I have Rebecca, The Secret History, and like this old beat up copy that like I love the way that this like looks. And then I have my favorite classic like hardcover editions, which are the Everyman's Library, and I really like these. These 2 as well are Everyman's Libraries, and it is this cover, and I am obsessed with this cover. I haven't read these yet. And then I have these Barnes & Noble editions of Phantom of the Opera, Dracula, Picture of Dorian Gray, which I love. And then I have this special 50th anniversary of Little Women. If you are interested, sorry I wasn't pointing at any of these. If you are interested in these, I do have a classics collection video. This is my romance shelf. I have everything organized by height, and then kind of like romance genre, but not really. And then these are more romance books that these are like thinking of unhauling, and then just more romance books, but I'll get to those in a second. So I have this like fake plant, because I have a bunch of fake plants like all over. And then I have my favorite Princess Ariel and Prince Eric. I absolutely am obsessed with Little Mermaid. I've been obsessed with Little Mermaid since I was a kid. She's like my favorite. Her and Rapunzel are like my favorites, but I figure Ariel and Eric would fit so well on a romance shelf, and I absolutely am obsessed with these Funko Pops. I try to get my Funko Pops, like I try to, when I collect Funko Pops, I try to make them be like my favorite, like my absolute favorites characters, and I try to make sure they fit the theme. I try to make sure they fit the theme. So anyways, we're gonna start over here. So this is, like I said, my romance shelf. So I have the Brown Sisters, which I've read these, and not that one. I don't know why. Then I have Fix Her Up, and then It Happened One Summer did go here, but I didn't like it. So once I finally haul Killer Vacation, it'll go here. And then I have the X-Hex and my new favorite romance books. Wrong book, what the hell? Fool Me Once by Ashley Winstead. It's a second chance romance. I'm obsessed with it. You guys should give it a read. So then we go over here, and I have The Kiss Quotient, The Bride Test, Woman, Beach Red, People Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers. I absolutely love how like all these bonds look together. The Love Hypothesis, The Unhoneymooners, and Good Girl Complex. A lot of people hate this book, but I think it's like super fun. And then we have Boyfriend Material, which I haven't read. I got this from like Ola McCray, and I wanted to keep more bookmarks in here, but this is like completely useless. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really subscribe to book boxes because I'm a hoarder and I will hoard things, and like nobody needs that. So anyway, so we have Boyfriend Material, Can You Keep a Secret? I love this cover and I'm obsessed with it. It's like a literary fiction, but it does focus heavily on romance, and I think it's like really fun. I really love Sophie Kinsilla's romance books, honestly, or whatever. I really love her books. Like, I low-key haven't read any of these besides these two and this one. You Deserve Each Other, absolutely love. I was gonna read Twice Shy. I'm scared to pull this out all the way. I was gonna read Twice Shy, but I'm scared to read it. I haven't heard good things. You Deserve Each Other is absolutely amazing. And I have read Ice Planet Barbarians, and I love these covers. Like, I just think they're so pretty. Like, I don't care, I will buy these at Target, and no shame. I used to work at Target, so you know people I know are there. And then we go down here, and I don't know if these books are just not sized right, or if it's like the bookshelf. I guess they're just not sized right, but they're like slightly off by like a centimeter, and it irritates me. But anyways, so we have the first two books and the Callaway Sisters. They are really expensive. I do love these, but they're really expensive and I just can't afford the rest. But the last one just came out, and I'm hoping to be able to like buy them for myself soon. But I absolutely love this cover, and this is the best book in the series, low-key. Well, any book with Connor Cole. And I have Paper Princess. If you love like reality TV, you love romances, like drama, like just really messy books, like this is the series for you. This is Elle Kennedy under a pen name, by the way. The Romance Book Club, I haven't read this yet. Then I have Queen Move, which I was gonna unhaul, but then I heard it was like a second chance. It was like, I heard it had like some type of like one of my favorite, like it's like second chance romance or something, I don't remember. And then this is backwards, but it is the Hunter, the villain, and the Hunter. I love the villain. I would fix them, but I don't feel like it. I love the villain. The Hunter was okay. That's why I bought the series, because I love the Hunter. And then I gotta get comfortable, y'all. And I've read these two on the shelf. Haven't, oh wait, no, I've read these two as well. But yeah, I have The Right Swipe, I have The Best Worst Man, the second book, which I haven't read because I haven't heard good things, The Boyfriend Projects, which I do want to read, For Vacation Only, and Sweet Hand, which For Vacation Only I highly recommend. Underrated book, unknown, just very good. Sweet Hand, y'all all know about this, so good. I love these covers. These both were done by the same artist. That's how I found For Vacation Only. Then we have Katie Roberts, and then we have A Love Letter to Whiskey. So moving over here is kind of a bit hard. Okay, so then we have Ruthless People. I'm sorry if it's dark. The Ruthless People, I haven't read it yet. A fantasy book I love the cover of, but I have not read it yet. And we have some Katie Roberts, some more Katie Roberts, Neon Gods, and Electric Idol. And then we have Birds of California, underrated romance book. It's really good, I highly recommend it. But if you don't like it, then I didn't. Then we have some Marina Zapata. Neither of these I have read. I don't own the ones that I have read because their books are kind of expensive and they're long. And so yeah. And I have Spoiler Alert, and I have not read this yet. This book is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, and that kind of upsets me, but I am still excited to read it. And then we get down here, and this is my historical romance shelf, which I kind of low-key don't really want to get into. Like, I am so sorry, but it's so many books over here. But y'all can see the books, like y'all can read the hell. Well, actually I don't know if you can, but yeah, I don't really read a lot of historical romance. I have these like shoved in here. I first like started reading I'm not taking all these books out, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'll get into like my historical romance shit later. And then I have Red, Riding Royal Blue, which I want to unhaul this, but I don't know, because like I was interested in reading it, but it just looks really corny, and I'm sorry, but I just can't do corny. And I know some people are about to be in the comments like, well, I loved it, like I can do corny, because like for some reason people just always have to mention like the things that they like I just don't like corny books. I'm sorry, like I don't know what to tell you. So I kind of want to unhaul it, but I don't know. And then I have some Christmas books that I wanted to read for a vlog, but I just never got to. So I'll be getting to them this year. And so yeah, back to my historical romances. I have these shoved in here. I do want to read all these, but I kind of slowed down on reading historical romances. For some reason I just don't focus on them that much. And then yeah, these are actually not all historical romances. I have some paranormal romances down here. These weren't ordered, but my cat found her way into this corner and she messed it all up. So I have some J.R. Ward, some Sherry, whatever her last name is. But yeah, these are some books that I want to unhaul. I'm gonna put these, but I'm like unsure about some of these. Like I just don't have any interest in this one. Crazy Rich Asians, it's been so long, I clearly don't care. I liked Not Your Average Hot Guy, but it wasn't like that good. Shipped I did really like, but I don't have any intentions on like really giving a fuck about it. Not the kind of guy you marry. Like I just don't care about this book. Like I liked it when I read it, but I clearly don't care about it because I haven't talked about it that much. Then I have the first 5 books in the Zodiac Academy series. I've read 2 books as of recording this video, and I do like this series. And then I have some historical romances that I'm thinking of unhauling, but I'm not too sure about, so I'm really not gonna show that. Oh my gosh, my cat is all up in my business. These are just books that I don't, it's like Stephen King books I don't have to fit anywhere else. So I do own this series, as you'll see later, so I might unhaul this, but I really love these covers, so I might also keep them, I don't know. Then I have some Stephen King books in mass market paperback. I already own a copy of this. I don't know why I haven't put this in my unhaul pile. Some more Stephen King books. These are the Halloween special editions. I really want to show them. I'm gonna show them. I can show them. So yeah, these are, I believe these are the Halloween editions. I hope they are. But like, yeah, this is what the Rose Madder one looks like. The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, The Shining, and Misery, which my mom absolutely ruined the cover of. I have Since You've Been Gone, Starry-Eyed. These are like YA, like old YA books, and I read them and I really like them. So I really miss like early 2000s, like early 2010 like books. And then I have like Welcome to Night Vale, which I love this podcast, but I suck at listening to podcasts because I'm either listening to music or listening to audiobooks. Then I own the first 3 books, and I forgot what the series is called, but it's by Rabbit Howe, Assassin's Apprentice, Royal Assassin, and Assassin's Quest. I only have these here because I have a white bookshelf and these don't fit on that. Oh my gosh, don't look at my messy floor. Then I have The Last Final Girl, and then I have The Deep, like main bookshelf that I like film in front of. I like absolutely love this shelf. I'm not even gonna get into like these books down there for real. Like I'm not even holding y'all up, because if I have to take them down, so hold up, I'm sorry, this is like, I'm like in-depth bookshelf tour and I'm not going in-depth, but whatever. So if you start up here, I have the Lord of the Rings. So I have like the Hobbit, and I don't know what editions these are, but like, oh, these are the 75th anniversary edition. I absolutely love these. I do want to put them on my bookshelf, but I just don't have enough space. And then you go over here, and I have my Harry Potter collection, which I'm not even gonna get into. So yeah, so we start up here. I have my little Peter and my little Lord Jean. I love them. So yeah, we have like total was level 4. This was rainbow, but then I took that down. Like I stopped because the books I had on my rainbow shelf weren't books that I actually like cared about. So I was like, okay, so it kind of gives rainbow a little bit, but not really, because I can't do rainbow because I cannot have series separated. Like it gives me intense anxiety. So it's not rainbow, but it is. So yeah, we have like everything on the come up, which I haven't read, and I don't think I really intend to read. The Hate You Give, which I have read, I loved. The Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, The Afterlife of Holly Chase, I love that book. Felix Ever After, and then I have this Funko Pop of Killmonger. Doesn't fit the shelf at all, but I like him up here. And then I have The Sun Is Also a Star, Charming is the Verb, The Duff, which I love, Hurricane Summer, traumatizing but fun, Some Other Now, When the Sky Falls Slender, which I do want to read, Like Home, The Raven Cycle. Then I have Like Nettle and Bone, and The Similars, which I hear is Dark Academia, but y'all also don't know what Dark Academia is. And my bookshelves are so messy. Like, this is literally like the life of a hoarder. So I have the Mortal Instruments here. This is my birthday candle. I never light it because I don't like the smell of it. I have these cards that were made by Jimlin Creations. Unfortunately, she doesn't make these anymore, but these are like my faves, like my boyfriend's, and they're all from actually her most recent series. Like, I love all the boys in that series. And like, I have just random stuff up here. Like, I have my crown chakra, 'cause, you know, I'm really into like keeping the chakras all aligned. I have this random pump thing that I stole from Charlie and Charmy. So when I worked there, it went bankrupt, so I wasn't really stealing because they were giving stuff away for free. This Polaroid camera that I'm not even sure works anymore. This K Jewelers bag, which I don't even know what's in here. And then we have my faves, quote unquote, shelf. This is my favorite candle. As you can see, it is, because it be getting lit the hell up. And then I have Lucas, Erica, Steve. And this is from the book box from Blood and Ash. So these are all of my favorite, except for these. I needed to fill the space, so don't even look like that. Or this here. My cat happens to have the zoomies right now. Like, that is just absolutely perfect. So, and then I have this candle, which is Vampire's Blood. I also have Vampire's Blood in a bigger candle. But yeah, these are the Fairy Loot editions, which were so kindly given to me by Elliot from Elliot Books a few years ago, like literally last year. And so I am obsessed with these. The first two books she bought for me, and then the last book a subscriber found and they gave it to me, and I'm just literally so thankful. Like, it doesn't sound like it in my voice, but I'm literally so thankful. So yeah, I own 3 different like copies of, and these are all the copies. Like, if I wanted more copies, I would have owned them, but if I don't own them, they're hideous. So these are all very beautiful. And then, like I said, I have this is a Lumicrate copy of From Blood and Ash. I didn't order the rest of them because I kind of don't care to. Like, I love the series, but not that much, and the covers just aren't that pretty to me to just be spending that much money on. So I'm just gonna own this one, and it makes me mad that like this one is like a centimeter off. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. So now we're gonna get down to my Stephen King bookshelf, plus this book that I literally have nowhere else to put it. So anyways, went to Disney World for the 50th anniversary, and so this is like the stuff that I got when we went. Not a Disney adult, I want to put that out there right now. So I have 11/22/63, The Stand, which this copy is sold. Almost all of my Stephen King books. I still have like my high school ID. I don't throw anything away. Like, literally, when I throw stuff away, I'm like literally like crying and screaming and like hyperventilating because I can't throw stuff away. So anyways, so almost all these books I got off eBay or Amazon, but no, almost all these books I got off eBay, and I got them on sales. So I got The Bizarre Bad Dreams, like a short story, Dolores Claiborne, which is my favorite Stephen King, The Stand, 11/22/63. I do plan on doing a ranking Stephen King books video for September, his birthday, for like fall. It was like, all my fall videos are always super good, so y'all should stay tuned for that. Get into the shelf. So we have the Mr. Mercedes series. We have The Cell, which I haven't read yet, which is my favorite. I have a tattoo. Where's the tattoo, girl? I have a tattoo for it. I haven't cleaned up the shelf. And then I have Richie, my favorite character from it. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I have The Outsider, which I have read. I do really like. Pet Cemetery, I haven't read. The Institute, I have read. One of my top 3, actually. The Regulators and Desperation, which I've read. I think it was I don't remember which one I've read. Anyways, I say this every time I show this cover, but these covers are like my absolute favorite because they make one big picture. And I'm like obsessed. And then I have Billy Summers, which I do plan to read soon. Dune McKee, Needful Things, which I haven't read, and Under the Dome. Well, no, I've read Needful Things and I have read Under the Dome. And then we go over here to like books I just don't have any room for. So unfortunately, I'm not going to show you guys all of these books. So I have this Marvel and DC like encyclopedia. I'm a huge Marvel and DC fan. I love superheroes. So I have these. I have the Dragon Tea Society, Paper Girls. I'm absolutely obsessed. And then I have some other like graphic novels in this corner. So I have like Deadly Class, which I love. And then one of my all-time favorites, which I always recommend to people. Actually, I have Snot Girl, which I'm obsessed with Snot Girl. And oh, that's a different comic books. And then I have Gotham Academy. I'm absolutely obsessed with Gotham Academy. Highly recommend it. And we come up here. I have, if you want to check out, I have this video of like books that I own that are from my other hobbies that aren't reading. I have a video on that on my Patreon. So I have this journal from Gravity Falls, my all-time favorite cartoon. It's the journals that he uses. It's like all the stuff like from the TV show in there. Then I have this Stranger Things book. I have The Little Mermaid. I also have this same edition in Peter Pan. I have Invader Zim, which was given to me by Kevin. I have Peter Pan. And then these are books, just books I don't have spaces for. Future Dorian Gray, Shakespeare. I do have a mini manga collection. I have Tokyo Ghoul. I've seen the anime. I haven't read the book. And then I have my Sarah J Maas books here. And then these are like mostly like graphic novels or awkward books. And awkward books and just arcs. That's literally all these are. I have Fight Club 2. I haven't even read Fight Club 1. Horror Store, which by Grady Hendrix, which I really like. Through the Woods, I really like. The Batman, I haven't read or watched that one. Naira Rivera is in it. She plays the voice of Catwoman. I love Catwoman and I love Naira Rivera. Rest in peace to her, but I don't know if I can like hear her voice right now without like crying. So then we come over here and I have my continue my Stephen King collection. So I have, these are all gallery books. I love the editions for these. So I have like Firestarter. I do have Insomnia, but I'm reading that, so it's by my bed. I have Firestarter, Tommyknockers. I've only read Firestarter, The Dark Half, The Dead Zone, and The Eyes of the Dragon. And then I have his series, which I'm not even gonna go into the Gunslinger series because I bought these books before I read it and I don't like this series. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. The amount of N-words that were used in these books and his development of his black character, so I just don't want to read it. And we have my classics. This book should actually be with my other classics, but I don't feel like putting it over there. So I have my Greek mythology classics. I have Dracula. These are my Penguin classics. So I have like Dracula, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, The Picture of Dorian Gray, my favorite, Frankenstein, Emma, my fave, Persuasion, haven't read, Wuthering Heights, The Phantom of the Opera, Jane Eyre, Anna Karenina. I bought this because I did want to read it, and then like I decided I don't want to read it. Daisy Miller and the Turn of the Screw. These are my Penguin, what the fuck are these called? Penguin English Library. Absolutely love these. If you want to see more, check out my classics video, my classic collection video, Picture Dorian Gray, and then random candles I got from Target. My crystal collection, I have to keep my crystals up here because my cat likes to like literally play with everything. So these are my crystals. Then I have Oxford edition, so I have Plato, I have Hallmark Hymns. I really love Greek mythology, so I have a lot of Greek mythology books. If I were to ever become a writer, I someday want to write like a Greek mythology retelling, so That's why I have all these like Greek myths books. And then I have my Peter Pan collection. Absolutely obsessed with Peter Pan. I got this from Fairy Loot a few years ago, and I'm absolutely upset. Oh, Fake Crate. Sorry, Fake Crate. Absolutely obsessed. My Peter Pan collection. I literally just googled like Peter Pan books, and I just got them wherever I could find them. I got an edition that I wanted to like annotate, but then I got the edition, and then I was like, I don't want to annotate this. Then I have like the Little Mermaid, because I also wanted to collect Little Mermaid, but they don't have like books of Little Mermaid like they do for Peter Pan, so I couldn't really collect that. Alice in Wonderland, and then Grimm Fairy Tales. Oh my gosh, my arm is getting tired. So now we're here to like my fantasy, sci-fi fantasy bookshelf. So these are my bookmarks. I have a lot more bookmarks than these, but these are basically like the bookmarks that I don't use because I will lose them. So like I have this, which is by Mind Daisies. Yeah, I have more of these. I quite literally don't use them because I will lose them. And then I have like these, which are by Gemini Creations. She doesn't do bookmarks anymore, so like I just don't even risk losing them. So like I lose all my bookmarks in my book. Then I have this random thing that I got from CVS, and it lights up and I love it, but you can't leave it on for too long because the lights will dim. So I have this UK edition of She Who Became the Sun. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I have the UK edition of Muse of Nightmares, which I haven't read, and it's kind of messed up because I own a cat. Like I can't keep any books that I want like on the floor. Then I get into like my Joe Abercrombie books. So I have A Little Hatred. I love these. And then I have Night Pleasures again in a hardcover. I just absolutely love like the urban fantasy books. Like I just love I'm obsessed with the urban fantasy covers. I don't read like urban fantasy and historical romances are my least read genres, but I'm absolutely obsessed with both the covers. So I like will buy the covers and I'll struggle to like read them. I have To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and then I have some Chen Liu, which I love. Supernova Era, highly recommend this book. Underrated. A lot of people don't like it, but I loved it. If you love the episode of Fairly Odd Parents or Proud Family when like the parents all disappear, that's literally what this book is, but just like more heavy on sci-fi. And then we have the Three Body Problem, which I really enjoyed, and this is translated by Ken Liu, who has books I haven't read yet. And then I've read these two, but not this one yet. I keep forgetting I haven't read this one, so I kind of want to start it from the beginning because I really love the Three Body Problem. Then I have Hail Mary, and then I have this special edition of Dune, because if you didn't know, I'm absolutely obsessed with the book of Dune. I really love philosophy and like why people think the way they think and why people are the way they are. And I love the message of Dune because like the first book really gets you because you're just like, oh, like that was a pretty good book, but then a lot of people are like, oh, like it's such a white savior book. And then you read the second book and like that was literally the point. It's like Paul didn't want people to like, you shouldn't trust in the government, and like that was like the point. And I just love that like back in the 60s, like people reading Dune and they were like, oh my gosh, like I love Paul. And they read the second book and they're like, wow, Paul's kind of shitty, and like Paul tells you he's kind of shitty and like you shouldn't trust him. And everyone's just starting to uproar in the 60s because whatever. And then I have Empire of Silence, which I have read. I gave this 3 stars. I want to reread it because I did like it, but it was so long. But I want to reread it because I have good memories with this book. But I love like the covers for the series, but they sell out so fast. So you gotta get it while you can, while they're hot. And like I'm absolutely obsessed with the covers, but they will sell out. Like I don't even think you can find this one anymore. So then I get to like my black shelf, and my favorite color is black. So like these happen to all be like my favorite books. So I have this skull because I try to keep my bookshelves like spooky all year round and not just for Halloween, or at least like a little bit of spooky. And I have this pumpkin spice latte candle from Bath and Body Works. Absolutely love it. And I have these cards. These are messy because they fall on the floor a lot, but I have like every card that a friend has written me, I like have on my bookshelf. And then I have this MJ Funko Pop from Spider-Man. Don't have Spider-Man, Peter Parker himself, but I do have this one. So So cute. I have some stickers like randomly on my bookshelf. So anyway, so I have Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy. I love like this cover. I'll also spray these edges. I do have a video on my channel membership, but I got rid of it, so I'm gonna try to upload it to my Patreon. But like, I sprayed a bunch of these book edges, and I really love like the feeling of the first book, and like the second book is less like matte and more glossy, and I low-key hate that. Like, I still love the cover, but I hate that they feel different. And then I have like Boss in the Night. I have the Allyah 6. I have another copy of the Allyah 6. It's in my closet, and I only have 2 books in there, so I'm not gonna show you guys. But yeah, I have the Atlas 6, and I have 2 copies. I have the original and this one. The Maidens, which I did like when I read it, and then like I like thought about it, and I was like, okay. And then I have Ninth House, which I absolutely favorite book of all time. If We Were Villains, which I haven't read, but I hope to do a Dark Academia vlog. Oh my gosh, this copy of The Name of the Wind, absolutely obsessed. The Death of Jane Lawrence, The Black Sun, Vita Nostra, so the book club guide to Slaying Vampires Love, The Final Girl Support Group. Everyone hates that book. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. Everyone fucking hates that book, but I loved it. Then I have Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Virtue, which I refuse to read until the 3rd book got announced. And the 3rd book, the title has been released. I don't think there's been a cover though, or anything like that, or a release date. But hey, we got more news than we have. And we have Plain Bad Heroes. And now I'm gonna move down to my thriller shelf. So I have this like book stamp that I got from one of my old friends. I think I need ink for it because it doesn't stamp as like well as I thought. And like some useless stuff. Like, I love Insomnia cookies, and I have literally kept this forever. Like, I literally got this like 5 years ago, and I keep Polaroids in it that I don't even look at. And I have some like random. So yeah, so this is my thriller shelf. So I have the nice one, which I love, Karen Slaughter. It's like thriller and horror. And then I have Riley Sager, which I don't even really like Riley Sager. I don't know why I own so many of his books. And then I have like Gone Girl, 8 Perfect Murders. And then, okay, Dead Witch Walking isn't a horror or thriller. I just needed to put it there. You know, like Behind Her Eyes. And so I literally have not read any of these books over here. Like, I read this. I've read this. Okay, no, I have read a good majority of these books. Okay, yeah, because I read this. I've read this. And that's where it stops. And then I read this. All of these. This, and not these 2. So I've read a good majority. Then I have like A Slow Burning Fire, which I bought it and I regretted it afterwards because everyone hates it. Oh, The 22 Murders of Madison May. Get into this. It's one of my best books of the year, my best thriller of the year, because girl, have I not been doing good with thrillers this year. Like, thrillers I've been reading have been like. So now we're gonna get into my TBR card. The books down here are just books I'm gonna in the haul, so I'm not gonna talk about those. But it's not really a TBR card. It's literally just books I don't know where to put. So to start off, I have these 2 books. I have a numerology book and an astrology book. I bought these because I thought that they would help me, but they really didn't teach me anything I learned. Numerology is like really whatever, and then astrology I taught myself. So this book they both were useless, I'm not gonna lie. And then I had this like Astrology of You and Me, and if you guys know, like, I suck at like relationships, so I'm always like on dating apps or dating guys or whatever. So I bought this so like I could like know, like, you know, about like the zodiac signs of the guys that I'm dating, and like I would ask them like what's their sign, and I would look it up. And it's okay, it was helpful when I was first learning astrology, but it's kind of useless now. I have Slaughterhouse 5, and I have an Arc of the Bones of Ruin, and I have this mini edition of Hamlet, which I love Hamlet. So then we go over here, and like I said, these are books that like I have nowhere to put them. So I have Leviathan Wakes, Queen of Blood, which I love this cover. And then I have this Saint Anything copy. Isn't mine, it's my sister's, but I'm borrowing it for a vlog that I'm planning on doing at some point. I don't know when. Fate of Flame and Ruin, Fate of Wraith and Flame, Middle Game and Seasonal Fears. I'm so scared to read Seasonal Fears. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Blood Trials, The Magicians. I'm reading this for Dark Academia vlog. My Killer Vacation, which I'm hoping to read this summer. And then I have Karen Slaughter book, Hex, which I haven't read, Ash of the Sun, Sophie Kinsella, Love Your Life, The Sundown Motel, Midnight Bargain, The Ship at the Edge of the Universe, My Heart is a Chainsaw, Malice. Night Circus paperback, which I love. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Fable. This was sent to me by a company. I was gonna get rid of it, but then I was like, I might read that. Punching, The Air, Moxie, Dead Silence, The Ninth Raid, Manhunt, and A Lesson in Vengeance. And then I have some random ass books back there which should be unhauled. But I also own 2 copies of Fear Street books, which I haven't gotten to. These are a lot smaller than what I thought. So it's kind of sad because I had a plan for these, but I don't know. I might get some more of these. I don't really know how I would like put these on my shelf or something, because I have like a really particular idea for my bookshelves. I don't know, I'm weird. Not bad lighting, but these are my book of the month books plus some. So Legendborn I did unhaul, but before I like put it in my unhauled basement, I just decided to put it I might give it a chance because the sequel's coming out and everyone just always talks about the ship, and like I don't know, it has like the love triangle that I love, where like everyone is actually connected, which is an actual love triangle. But anyways, so yeah, these are my book of the month books that like, I'm actually interested in reading. So I have read this. I'm interested in all of these. Haven't read them except I've read Ninth House. Will, Remove, Vladimir, Pretty Little Wife, Anxious People, Black Cake. These are all books like I'm interested in reading. Arsenic and Double I have read. The Dating Plan, The Maidens I have read, and then I have Instructions for Dancing, which I have no interest in reading, but I don't want to get rid of it. So yeah, these are my book of the month books. Then we come over here, and this is my desk that I don't have a chair for anymore, because I change my room around like I change my room around like once a year, and like my room will stay like that for a good year. But anyway, so this is my desk. Sure no one cares, but some posters here that came with the Blood and Ash, and this came with the box set of the Kingdom, what is this series called? The Author of the Kingdom of the Wicked. I really like the series, but I got rid of the book because I started to hate them at a certain point. Yeah, so these are like washi tape that I use in my region. I have an 8-ball because I'm a collector of things. Yeah, I've really gotten into like my literary fiction era, so that's mainly what this is. I have some non-fiction books, Helter Skelter and Devil's Knot. I do plan on reading these both in August. This is about the West Memphis 3. And I have Eleanor Oliphant. I have My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which I've read and loved. I gave it 5 stars. Self-Care, which I haven't read, but it's supposed to be like satire, and I love satire. And then Sex and Rage, which I also haven't read, but I just found out that that's nonfiction. I mean, literary fiction. I thought it was nonfiction. So then this is like my... Oh, let me fix this shit. This is like random stuff. I don't know. I'm pretty sure these are like in my other hauls, but I have some Shakespeare. I really love this Rainbow collection, but then I started collecting another edition of Shakespeare. I have this Inheritance Trilogy, which is really freaking huge. Some more Shakespeare. I believe this is Romeo and Juliet, and this is Hamlet. Then I have The Troupe, and then I have the picture books for Studio Ghibli. So I have House Moving Castle, Ponyo, my absolute fave. I was introduced to Studio Ghibli by Ponyo, but I never knew Studio Ghibli was a thing until I became an adult. So I watched House Moving Castle. I haven't watched Kiki's Living Service, and then I have watched The Secret World of Ariadne, and I really want the picture book for that. This is my last of the shelves, blocked off by my bed. I have a really small room and I love to collect things, so it's just like confined space. A lot at the bottom, a lot of it is like double stacked, so we're gonna get the easiest stuff over with. So these are some fantasy books I have over here, some candles, my Apple Watch, which now that I don't work right now, that just fell, whatever. Now that I don't work right now, I don't really use it. I make my own like candles, some perfume I bought from Etsy, and then just some stuff I keep for aesthetic purposes. So I have Shadow of the Gods, and then the First Law Trilogy, and then we have my jewelry box, random stuff, my lighters for my candles, these like really cutesy like books that I used to collect. I don't collect them anymore. I had an idea. My issue is that I always have like an idea of how I want a shelf to look when I get like my own place and I start collecting for then, and then I'm still here like a year or two later, and then I'm like, oh well, that was useless. So I have my Alexa, you have to whisper her name. I'm not trying to turn her on or anyone else's on. And then I have this, which was gifted to me by a friend, and you can turn it on. Candles. This is a sun light, and then these are my other Shakespeare books. These are the Have No Fear ones, which are makes it really easy to read, and I just love these editions. So now we're gonna get okay, so this is editing by Anna here. It's like literally nighttime, and like I said, I'm editing the video, and I just want to point these out because I know some people probably might be curious, but these are pictures that I printed out of myself. I am a Leo, like Mars, Moon, Venus, and Rising, so I am obsessed with myself, and I printed these out for my ex-boyfriend to put in his wallet, and then he took one. He just never appreciated it, and like I appreciate me more than he appreciated me, so maybe my next boyfriend will appreciate pictures that I print out of myself. But yeah, I just keep them on my own bookshelf because I am beautiful and I need to remind myself of that. So yeah, to the shelf, and we're gonna get into the hard side. We're just gonna start off with a bang. Okay, really sorry if it's like dark, but so this is like the first, like we'll say, layer. So these are like all the books that I've just gotten into recently, like A Diary of Blood, The Idiot, Summer of Night. I've read this, I give it 3 stars. I've read this, my sisters, the serial killer, loved it. This underrated, loved it. More people I have read didn't love. You've Lost a Lot of Blood. What is this? Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. Convenience Store Woman, I love. The Dangers of Smoking in Bed. I love the cover to this. The Black Tongue Thief. I have this series, which I still haven't read this series yet. We Can Never Leave This Place. It really frustrates me that this book isn't the size of the other ones, but I love this cover, so it's okay. The Last Magicians. I don't know if I want to unhaul these. I don't know. And then I have The Prison Healer. I have My Best Friend's Exorcism, and then Peace in Turmoil. So behind that, we have my Percy Jackson collection. When No One Is Watching. I have an ARC and then a regular copy, which was sent to me. I have Someone We Know, which I loved. I love small town, like the mystic thrillers. Death of Miss Westaway, The Martians, which I've watched but I haven't read. To Kill a Mockingbird, which was my mom's copy. Dig, The 9 Lives of Chloe King. I bought that because I really loved the TV show and I was going to read it. But now I'm scared to read it because I'm scared it might not be as good as the TV show. Ring Shout, Over the Woodward Wall, Thief of Swords, Battle Royale, 8 Will Fall, which I might unhaul that. And then House of Leaves. On to the shelf above that, we have a lot of quartz over here. So we have The Bridge Kingdom, which I liked this book when I first read it, but now that I like think about it, I don't know if like I went back and I changed the rating because I think I just liked it because of like the high that I felt when I stopped reading, like when I finished it, because it was really good. But like when I actually look at the book, like the romance actually wasn't really that good, but I really love the political intrigue. So yeah. And then The Treasure Queen, which I can't even differentiate. I've read these books at 2 separate times. I cannot tell you which one is what plotline. Like I don't know what this, like I know what the plotline is, but I can't, like I remember it, but I don't know how to explain it. Like I can't differentiate like the 2 books. Like it's all one big book. The Serpent King, which was really hyped on BookTube, but I never read it, and I don't know why I still own it, but I kind of still want to read it. Iron Widow, The Ones We're Meant to Find, which I started and never finished. A Daily Education. I have like 7 copies of this book. Catherine House, love. You need to read it. Bone Criers. Moon and Bonecryer's War. I really love these books. Well, not well, Bonecryer's Dawn. I don't know why I keep calling this shit Bonecryer's War. Bonecryer's Dawn I didn't actually love, but Bonecryer's Moon was so good. Like, I went so long without reading a YA fantasy, and then I started reading these books, and they were just so good. But I'm scared if I like. I'm glad it's a duology because I'm scared if I like were a series or I were to reread it now, I wouldn't love it. Then I have How Long Till Black Future Month. And I have the Black Kids, which I love. And then I have the Vampire Academy books. I've read like the first 3, and then I love the movie edition of this book, which a lot of people like don't. But it just holds so much like nostalgia for me. But I love the movie cover. I love the movie, first of all. But yeah. Okay, so this is my white bookshelf. Sorry, it's like the cords here, but I have my Gomez and Morticia Funko Pop. When I get married, I want to be Gomez and Morticia, just like a perfect goth family, a husband obsessed with his wife. Like, it means everything. And I have my bigger Vampire's Blood Via, and I have this perfume. I like to just keep random stuff on my bookshelf. They're like, I have like different aesthetics, so I try to like keep all of my aesthetics as like one, like very girly but goth but fairy. Basically is my aesthetic, and like it's really hard because those are like different spectrums of everything, but I try to keep it at like one. It's like this is like literally my aesthetic, like girly but fairy but goth. Anyways, so I have The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince, which I read by Robin Hobb, and I absolutely love this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It's a short story. And then I have like the Ship of Magic and the Mad Ship and the Ship of Destiny. I have read the Ship of Magic, and I just love like these covers. And then I have like the Dragon's Keeper. Wow, my leaves are flying apart. I have like the Dragon's Keeper series. Look at that. That's so pretty. This is so close. I'm so sorry. I have The Inheritance, which is another short Robin Hobb story, which I haven't read, but I do want to. And then I get into like the Brandon Sanderson. So I have Elantris, Warbreaker, and then the Mistborn trilogy, and then the Era 2. So like this is like Elantris, and this is Warbreaker. And I'm not going to show you the rest. Yeah, it's like my favorites of the bookshelf. And I have this rose that I bought for myself. It's a fake rose, and I bought this online. I love like roses and flowers. And I used to, when I worked at Target, I would keep like the flowers like on my bookshelf and stuff like that. But I don't work at Target anymore. So yeah, this is like my newest like upgrades. Like these are like, I'm into like nonfiction and literary fiction right now. So this is that, and then books that kind of fit in that, and then like, I don't know, I guess I try to keep it a mixture of genre. This is like a random candle that I have. I don't know what the smell, like I don't know what this like scent is. Like I'm obsessed with it. I made this candle myself. Oh, like, what? Yeah, this is a candle I made myself. I have like crystals in there. It was like for manifesting. You know, I'll be on my manifesting girly teens. So yeah, so I have Ghost by Dolly Alderson. I love this cover, but it's like very like paperish. Like I don't know. And I have In Defense of Witches. I have Cultish. I have Hood Feminism. Like these are like all beautiful covers. Woman Eating. Yeah, so then I have Luster, which I will be reading. Luster and The Girls I'll be reading in August. I've already read these two. Love them, both 5 stars. I don't have the third one because I didn't love it and I didn't rate it 5 stars. Out Here, which I haven't read yet. Radio Silence, which is like one of my all-time favorite books. I haven't reread it. And I have Small Spaces and Dead Voices, which should be flipped, but whatever. And then I have the hardcovers of the newer Shadow and Bone. I love the newer covers. Actually, I wasn't gonna take these out, but I think y'all deserve to see this beauty. Like, absolutely stunning. And I have this book called Poison Princess, which it has to do with like, it's like tarot card, it's like a tarot card kind of book, and I haven't read it yet. But and I have like this tiara that like fits my princess, very princess aesthetic with my leaves falling. Okay, Then I go down here and I have my Vision and Wanda Funko Pop. I watched WandaVision last year, absolutely obsessed with it. Had to get the Funko Pops to go on my shelf. So yes, now we get up here. So I have the Nightingale, I have the Library at Mount Shar, which I haven't read yet. I have Clara and the Sun hardcover, haven't read it, but I have read Never Let Me Go by this author and I gave it 5 stars, so I'm very excited for this one. And then I have the Vanishing Half, Such a Fun Age, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, Little Fires Everywhere. 7 Days in June, I wanted the paperback, but also it's like stupid little flap thing on the paperback, which I hate. But the paperback literally came, I want to say a day after I bought this one. Like it came out a day after I bought this one. I didn't know and I was so mad because I was like, I like my romances to all be in paperback to all go with each other, but now romances are starting to become out in hardcover, which like makes me upset because I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna put these? Anyways, I have Ace of Spades, which I love, and I spray painted the edges of, and like I did the thing. Big Little Lies, They Never Learn, The Majesties, The Year of the Witching, which I did unhaul at one point, but I put it in my basement. And recently I'm like obsessed with like witches and witchy things and stuff like that, and so I rehauled this book because I want to reread it, especially now that like I have read like other genres, and like I don't know, I used to think this book was boring, but I think I'll really like this book, especially because it's written by a Black author and she has another book coming out this year, so I really want to reread this book and give it a better chance. And then I have like Sex Cult Nun, which is a non-fiction book. So like I have like, yeah, this is a non-fiction book. It is about cults. It's about this girl who grew up in the Children of God cult, and like how she like it, people advertise like how she got out, but she literally doesn't get out until like 75% into the book. So it's basically just her life being in this cult and like being like the grandchild of like the leader of this cult. And then I have American Kingpin, which Haley from Haley Hughes and Ashley from Dumb Blonde Books talks about, and it's literally about the Silk Road and the dark web, which I used to like be obsessed with the dark web. I've never got on it, but I used to be obsessed with the dark web. I used to watch like a bunch of like dark web videos, like this is like everything. Then Know My Name by Chanel Miller. I love this cover and I'm really excited to read this, but I feel like I mentally have to be in a good space and I'm just not there. I'm not there. And then Fates and Fury got from Thrift Books, and supposedly about this like wife and like her husband cheats on her and it's like crazy. And then I have Hinch, which is like one of my all-time favorite books, and I just read this book in July and it's like one of my best books of the year. It's like a superhero book, which from earlier in the video you would know that I love superheroes. Like I need more superhero in books. Like this just absolutely gave. Like I'm obsessed with this book. Like it gave. And then we go down here, which the leaves are falling, so she's so cute. So then we go down here and I have like all my fantasy books down here. I don't know if you can see with the lighting, but I have all my fantasy books. Not all of them, but like, you know, these are all fantasy books. So I have Outlander, The City We Became. I'm so excited to read this book, but I'm so scared. And then we have, okay, this is, a lot of these series are out of order, and it's not because, it's just because I don't care. It's not because I'm dumb. I promise you guys. It's literally because I just throw them up there. It's not because I'm dumb. But yeah, so I have Skyward, which I did like the series when I first started it, but the more it goes on, the more it's like YA. Well, not the more it's YA, but the more it goes on, the more my love for YA dies, and I'm kind of just like sitting there like, oh my goodness. Then I have a Daily Education. This is Lumicrate edition. And then, damn, this is out of order too. Like, what the fuck, man? So yeah, this is the UK edition. I love the UK editions. I prefer them over the ugly US ones. I actually had a US edition and I gave it to my sister because I was like, absolutely not. Like, I hate the fucking gold trimming around it, and it makes the cover on the book sit weird. I have Spinning Silver, Dark Rise, which I haven't read and I actually forgot I owned it. The Bones of Ruin, which I still haven't read. Vespertine, Sorcerer Thorns, and Edgehammer Ravens. Luckily, this isn't a series. I wanted it to be out in publication order. Like, I want it to be publication order, but I'm an idiot, so whatever. And then I have Blood of an Exile, which is an adult fantasy book. And these covers are just so freaking gorgeous. Then we come over to here, okay? This is my adult fantasy shelf. Like that was, the other one wasn't really adult fantasy, but whatever. So this is my adult fantasy shelf, and it's basically Brandon Sanderson plus others. And here's my skull that has been with me. I got this from Dollar Tree. This skull has been with me since I had my very first bookshelf, and the skull is caved in and I don't know how or how to fix it. Like, what the hell? Okay, so yeah, I have a number 5 Funko Pop. Number 5 is like he's my son. Number 5 is my favorite character in Umbrella Academy. Like, he's so hilarious. I love the fact that he's like literally a child, but he's like so badass and he murders people. Like, that quite literally would be my son. I have this. I collect like seashells and stuff like this. This actually looks disgusting. I'm gonna throw up. It just gave me hives. Oh my god. But yeah, I collect seashells and stuff, and my mom, she like will literally pick stuff up off the beach when she goes like on trips, and she'll be like, hey, like, I bought this for you. Like, she literally just picks it up. Oh, I forgot to mention up here, this is a black, this is a crystal. I forgot what it was called though. So yeah, these are my Brandon Sanderson. So I have these Mixborns covers. They're like really beat up. I got them used so I don't read from them, just because they will literally fall apart. Same with the Stormlight Archive. I have read The Way of Kings. You should check out my Way of King logs. I have not continued on because I started reading like a bunch of other stuff, and this book is humongous. But like, this book and this book are used and they're quite literally falling off the bone. Like, the books are one wrong move and they're gonna come off. Then I have American Gods, which this is like my sister's favorite show. I read the book and I thought it was like, okay, I want to get rid of it low-key, but then I'll have to put another book in here, and like, this is a standalone, so it just makes more sense to go here for now. And then I have the Papa Word Trilogy, which I absolutely love. I still haven't read the Burning Gods because I literally cannot bring myself to. Here, and I'll have my Geralt Funko Pop. And yeah, my Witcher books. I've read up until Witcher 3, so I think I read The Last Wish. I think I read The Blood of Elves and The Time of Content. I think I'm on Baptism of Fire. But this book has like paperbacks coming out and hardcover coming out, and I will buy all of them. I'm obsessed with all of the Witcher media, although I literally played 2 seconds of the video game. It sucked. So like, but I love the TV show. And I love the books. Well, I like the books. And then I have Dune, which I've only read Dune Messiah. I haven't even read Children of Dune yet. I suck at reading series, guys. Like, I absolutely suck. And then I have the Broken Earth trilogy, which I've started the 5th season, but I never finished it. I got halfway through it. I never finished it. I do plan on finishing it this year though. And then I got Selena Sins, and I got The First Sister, which I haven't read, but I do want to get to someday. So now we come down here. I have Activation Degradation, which I haven't read, and it's supposed to be like this series that I own, which is All Systems Red, and it's about like an AI, and I haven't read it. And I bought this on Amazon, and this is a fucking arc. Like, they literally sold me an arc. Like, they literally sold me an arc. And I have the Jasmine Throne, and then I have this book called Automatic Reload. I really love these like comical sci-fi books. They're not really a thing, but they're kind of a thing, and I think they're so funny and I love them. I own some more of them, even though. So then I have All Systems Red, which like, I love this series. Although I am kind of tired of it though. Like, they're really short and quick, but I low-key am tired of it. And then I have, these are backwards, The Bone Ship and the sequel I haven't read. I have Jurassic Park. I watched the movie, loved it. This book cover, a Golem and Genie, the Golem and the Genie. Absolutely love this fucking cover. Like, oh my god. I have the Mom Order and the Bone Season. I read the Bone Season. I did like it, but whenever I give a book 3 stars, I really struggle to continue on to the next book for some reason. Like, I don't know why I'm like that, but whatever. Then I have the Starless Sea, the Night Circus hardcover, which I love this book. And then I have the special editions of the Assassin's Apprentice. I don't have the 3rd one just because I'm lazy. Okay, so then we come down here behind those books, and then we have We'll Save the Galaxy for Food. This is like one of those like sci-fi books I was talking about. Like they're kind of like satire, kind of like they're not serious sci-fi, like they're jokes. And I read this book and I loved it. I thought it was so funny. And then another one is We Are Legion, We Are Bob. I haven't read this one yet though. And then I have like this title, Significantly Advanced Magic. I have a sci-fi book. I tried to like get in my sci-fi era. And then I have this Thousand Deaths of Alder Ben. Fuck. Ender's Game. This is How You Lose the Time War. I love this book. I do have the first book somewhere. I forgot what this series is called. I do own the first book somewhere. Avalon High. I love this movie. I was gonna do a video where I read like Disney decom books, but that obviously never fucking happened. Ken, which I literally forgot I owned until I saw someone else haul it, and I was like, I think I have that book. A Simple Plan, which was recommended by Journaline, never read it. The Worker King, House in the Castle, The Trees Crept In, which was recommended by Lala. Black Girl Unlimited. You already know how I feel about this book. Binti, and then this special edition I have of The Name of the Wind. So yeah, okay guys, so that is it for the bookshelf tour. I really hope that you like this bookshelf. If you have any questions on any of the books on my shelves, please feel free to let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to join my Patreon for more videos of me, and I'll see you guys in my next video.